She looks dynamic.
Well, both of you have quit smoking. And Keely,
Yes.
I remember when you quit smoking, and it was, what year was it?
I think it was 1986.
That's
well,
right.
I first quit smoking in 1980.
Okay.
Yeah, I quit smoking in 1980. I made a resolution that I was going to quit by January 1st, 1980. And in October of 79, I decided to fast from cigarettes for 1 week. And I did it, and it was the worst week of my life.
You know, fasting meaning you don't have any.
I didn't smoke at all for 1 week.
So you just quit cold turkey for a week and then went back to it. That was the deal you made with yourself.
Right, but what I was doing was I was trying to break up the habit. Well, I just knew I had to fast for 1 week, so I did it, and it was a horror show. I was horrible to everybody. I felt miserable. When it was over, I felt like something had unseated, like something, I broke up the habit in some way. So when I went back to smoking, I changed all my habits. I would change brands, and I would make a deal with myself, like today I'm only going to smoke, after 6 o'clock, or I'm only going to smoke 5 cigarettes today. And I did all those different things to just change, to unseat, to get everything out of its stasis.
Can you see Ross nodding?
Yeah, I could. I never heard her too, because she knows what I'm talking about.
You know why? Yeah, because
Yes.
she went through the same things that you're talking about with me, and also. See, I met you after 1980. We met in 81.
Right.
So I know you 32 years.
Well, but there was another time when I quit smoking permanently, the last time I smoked, and you were very instrumental in that. And, I'll get to that when we're ready.
Yeah, I was all over you about quitting smoking because, we were doing seminars. Like
right.
you were teaching my seminars.
Right.
And you were up in front of people, and we had a no smoking rule in the seminar.
Well, I would never smoke in the center or the seminar.
And a lot of people quit smoking because they were able to smoke on the breaks, but a lot of people just quit smoking during the seminars.
Yeah, a lot of people always quit smoking during our courses.
Yeah, because what happened, it got around that you could only smoke on the breaks, and then people started sharing with their friends, well, this is a good time to just give it up permanently. And so they came in with the mindset, it wasn't really about not smoking, but they came in with the mindset, I'm going to quit smoking this weekend.
Right.
And many of them never went back to smoking.
Right.
Funny, huh? So I really needed you to quit smoking as the poster person up before the seminar, teaching the stuff, to people. I really needed you to.
Well, I hadn't smoked from 1980 to 1987 or something
7
like
years.
that. Yeah, I stopped for 7 years, and then I broke, I got dumped. Remember, I was engaged to Doug, and then he disappeared.
Yes.
And then I started smoking again.
How long did you smoke that time?
About a year and a half, maybe. I don't know. It might have been less, but I wasn't smoking a lot.
Okay.
But one day you said to me, notice if you're having a negative experience when you're smoking.
Okay.
Remember?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I hit the key to it.
That's right. And every single cigarette that I had after that, like I wasn't smoking a lot, so one day I would have 3 cigarettes, or one day I would have 5. It wasn't a lot, but some days I didn't smoke at all. Some days I would only smoke 1, but I was smoking so intermittently that I was really able to see the effect each cigarette was having on me.
You could see the negative effect.
When I wanted to smoke and I went outside to smoke.
Yeah, you could see the negative.
Every single time I was about to have a cigarette or just finished one or was having one, either something broke, or I get into an argument with somebody, or something negative would happen. It was like reality was screaming in my face.
It's incredible.
I just didn't want that unpleasantness anymore, so it became pretty easy to stop because the absence of smoking all of a sudden was the positive thing that gave me pleasure and enjoyment.
Right, that's right.
And so after that, you know, that was the end. And I never even had a desire to pick up a cigarette after that. Occasionally, I still have dreams that I start smoking again.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. When did you stop, Ross?
I stopped on November 19th, and I can tell you it was a Friday. I think I'm going to remember that day forever. I smoked my last cigarette before going to bed, and I thought, I can't feel any pleasure in doing this. Why am I doing this? Okay, yeah. I'm going to put it off, and this is the last cigarette. And then I thought, okay, I have to be very careful for 3 days because I was told the most difficult days are the first 3. And when I was without smoking for 3 days, I was so happy I couldn't believe it, and I haven't smoked ever since. But it's happened to me more than once to dream that I was smoking, and the last time it happened, I remember I had smoked 7 cigarettes, and I was, you know, going crazy because I said, what have I done to myself? I ruined everything, and I woke up with a feeling of distress, and then I said, oh, thank God, it was only a dream, you know?
I had that dream. I know that dream.
Terrible, yeah, terrible.
I know that dream.
Well, I should just tell you that when I quit smoking in 1973, and it was just the same story you're telling.
Really?
Got down to, you know, a couple of cigarettes a day. And see, this, and then one night I quit. By the way, Ross, we just so they know that November, what was it, 19th?
19th.
That is how many months ago?
That would be
November.
6 months. It's 6 months ago.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so it's 6.
That's right.
So you haven't smoked for 6 months, and we were at you for about 3 months to quit, and you kept saying, "Well, I'm only smoking a cigarette or 2 a day," and we said, "Oh, you're still smoking." We kept telling you, like, we didn't give you we gave you no credit whatsoever for your wonderful accomplishment. You know, it was terrible. We just kept saying, "Oh, you're still smoking."
But let me tell you that if it hadn't been for you and the Cure team, I wouldn't have stopped.
How come?
What really helped me was talking to Bayard and making a video about my problem smoking with him, and sort of feeling committed to other people I loved and I cared about, and that helped me a lot. And I wanted to quit at that time because before that time, even if the doctor told me I had emphysema and so I had to make a choice, either I could breathe or smoke, but still I wanted to smoke, okay?
Right.
I kept hoping that I could improve doing IMMUNICS and everything and taking the treatment they gave me in order to be able to keep smoking at least a few cigarettes a day.
Well, Ross,
yeah.
I want
to,
Ross,
helped me making the big decision. Okay, I want to quit.
Yeah.
If I can do that, I can do anything else in my life.
Well, Ross, I want to ask you. You just said something that was important that I don't want to go past real fast. So I just want to. Oh, Achille, it's good for you to sit back. Yeah, do that. Just sit back. Both of you should just sit back and relax and take a breath. This is good. We're doing good. I want to ask you. You were saying that you were doing IMMUNICS, and it's true. You were doing IMMUNICS for years, and you kept thinking that you could just do IMMUNICS and you'd get better, and you'd keep getting better, and finally you'd quit smoking without really too much hassle. And that was never going to happen. And see, I knew that when I looked at you. I knew. See, I know this about people, that people turn IMMUNICS into a mantra, and they think, you know, it's like they do EFT or they do all these Reiki. They do all these things to avoid actually doing the powerful and courageous thing. They're hoping that the modality that they're interested in, and they turn immunics into another modality like Reiki, you know, and they think it's going to cure them, and it doesn't. That they cure themselves. They never understand that you cure it. We say this over and over again to people, and they never understand it. You know,
That's right.
You know, Immunix doesn't cure people. People cure people.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Sort of
And
like
that's related to another thing that I was going to say that I think is important, because I remember in our courses, we always used to say it's unlikely that you're going to clear up anything you're unwilling to communicate about.
That's right.
The fact that, Ross, you got on the phone and you started to communicate about this condition, which is really what it was.
Yeah.
It's another way of unseating it, you know, is to talk about it and, you know.
Well, we see this with herpes all the time, because I cured my herpes, you know, over 20 years ago. No, 18 years ago. But when I was always communicating about it, and we see all these people who are not willing to communicate about herpes, and then they wonder, okay, I was doing it, did everything, why did I get another outbreak?
Yeah.
And they're telling me their big secret, you know, they're on the phone with me, I can't talk to anybody about this. Well, sorry, Charlie, only the best tunas go in the can, you know? You can't get in the can without saying something.
It's true.
You know? So what I wanted to ask Ross, just to get down to the focus, is how exactly did being on the Cure team and interacting with the Cure team enable you to quit smoking?
First of all, I was sharing my problem with other people who could understand, but not be sympathetic, if you know what I mean.
No sympathy.
Not telling me, oh, poor girl, yeah, if you need to smoke one or two, okay, go ahead and do it.
No sympathy.
You are very, you know, clear.
No.
You have to stop. Absolutely.
No sympathy whatsoever. Absolutely no pity, no sympathy. Just okay.
Exactly.
You
No
gotta
bullshit.
You're gonna have to bullshit, right? That's right. Okay, so you had this group of people who were these no bullshit kind of people, and also and also you were talking instead of hiding behind an email or a Facebook post.
Yes, and that was very important.
Yeah,
because it made it more real.
Well, also when you talk, even when you say a single sentence, you communicate 1,000 times more things than you do if you wrote the same sentence on Facebook.
Yes.
I think what you just said is really interesting. You said it made it more real. So what is it like when people don't do that and it's not real? What is it if it's not real? Like how do
you know when you write, you share yourself to a certain amount, but when you speak with other people and the other people reply immediately, there is no time in between. Okay, that's the way it's more real.
That's
if I write you an email, you know, you spend some time reading it, you think about what you want to reply, and then you write it back.
Yeah, you present yourself a certain way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
When you're talking, it's you. It's just you the way you are.
It's really
and that's important.
Yeah.
So this is good because, okay, there's one more question for this movie. And you know, obviously we're going to need to make a series of movies about quitting smoking. We're not going to do everything this morning. The other question is exactly, you know what, I have to put this kitty out. Sorry.
Decreasing, but then when something nasty happened, when I was anxious or something, I started smoking like before again. And I smoked about 30 cigarettes a day.
Right.
Which is a lot.
Well, let me ask you, just to go back to, you never wanted to quit smoking until you were on the Cure team.
Yes.
So actually...
Not even when I went to the doctor And the first time he told me, lady, you are going to die if you don't stop. I got really frightened. Let me tell you, I went to my car with my legs shaking. I got into the car, and guess what? I lit up.
Lit up a cigarette.
Yes.
I hear you. Yeah.
If you scare a smoker, the first thing she does is to light up.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
And I thought, okay, but I'll think about this later. Now, just let me have a cigarette.
So here's the deal, okay? What you're saying is that when the doctor scared you, you actually smoked more. But
yes.
when you were on the Cure team and we told you that you were less of a person because you smoked, yes. because you were sick. It was an illness. Yes. It was a symptom of something way worse than smoking. And when yes. when you understood that, your natural intention to be great
yes.
took
and
over.
Then I kept doing very, very often what we did together on the video. And one night I was driving home from work, and I was removing smoking body by body. And then when I finished, I lit a cigarette, and I said, does it make sense? I have just removed this. And then a thought came in, and I was sure that I was going to quit. And I said, never mind, okay, I'm smoking a cigarette now, so what? I'll keep removing and removing, and I'm sure I'm going to quit.
Oh, that is so true. That certainty, that's like a discovery.
Yeah, it's a discovery.
And it came to me because I was working very, very much, removing and removing and removing all the time.
That's what I try to tell people when they remove things. I said, well, I removed it. It didn't work. It came, it came back.
Yes, of course it comes back. It's normal. But you have to insist. You have to be stronger. You have to be the winner.
That's it. That's it.
So what we're telling our viewers, and see, this is our message right here in this particular moment to the viewers that they need to hear, is that if you're smoking, it means there's something wrong with you.
Absolutely.
It means that, and the thing that's wrong is not the smoking. The smoking is a symptom of something else that you will never cure unless you stop smoking first.
Exactly.
And then, because you have to let whatever this thing is that is wrong with you, you have to allow it to be noticed and felt and come into consciousness. You have to let it grab you. You have to wrestle the angel all night. And if you're smoking, if you stop in the middle of wrestling the angel to have a cigarette, you're going to lose the whole game. And you're not
only that, but
you lose your grip.
If you don't stop it, you will never find what you need. When you quit a bad habit, you usually replace it with something. People stop smoking, chew gum, or whatever, or eat, or they start sports or whatever. But what I discovered was a good feeling that was absent, that I never experienced before I stopped smoking. So if you don't stop the activity, you will never discover what you need that will help you stop smoking.
Yes.
Because the smoking is in place of that good thing that's your your life force.
It's true. Absolutely true.
Well, this is something. This is very good, and it's something for us to sit with and be with. And I'm going to put what we've shot today up on YouTube, and then you should watch this. When you see it on my Facebook wall, you should watch what you said and think about what is needed next. Because that's the key. The key is for people is, how do they actually stop? And I don't think we've actually said that yet. You've said that the Cure team enabled you to stop, and talking with people is essential. But as far as the key to quitting smoking, I think, you know, both of you obviously had and used the key, and so did I, you know, but we haven't gotten into that yet. That's for another shoot, you know, down the pike.
But communicating about it is one of the keys. I mean, communicating is one of the...
You never find the key unless you communicate.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's important. Well, I think that, okay, so this is a good place to stop for here. And Keely, I will be...